Across China, people say that Sichuan is the home of spice, the root of which lies in the way that Sichuan cuisine turns regular spice into a deeply fragrant and rich tapestry of flavours which stimulate the heart and the soul just as much as the tongue. But what is it that makes all of this magic possible? The answer is a several hundred-year-old technique which we're enjoying here today, which is the Pisian bean paste. Now this stuff we can use in every kind of dish in Sichuan cuisine. Without it, we simply wouldn't be able to enjoy the real authentic flavours of so many. We're going to go on a journey of exploration and see what we need to know about this wonderful bean paste. So here we are today in Pidu district of Chengdu city, in the middle of Sichuan, in the center of China. So today we've come down to the factory to see just how this process happens, why it's lasted so long, and hopefully taste some of the wonderful flavors.
Hello Scott,
Nice.
I'm working here. Today I'll show you some progress of our pro bean paste. Do you know why the Pisian's pro bean paste is the most delicious?
All I know is that it is delicious, not why it's so delicious.
That's because Pidu is in the center of Chengdu Plus, and it has unique geography, and the weather is warm, high quality water, so it will give best condition for the materials of the broad bean paste.
Amanda told me that Chengdu豆瓣has a history of more than 300 years. The method of making Pisian bean petal is mainly divided into 3 steps. First, the Argentine chili is mixed with salt in the trough and stirred twice a day. Secondly, the dried broad bean is boiled and cooked, then cooled and peeled, mixed with glutinous rice flour before being naturally fermented. Only once the separate ingredients are ready are they finally mixed together.
So Amanda has now brought me down to what is clearly the mass production site of the whole bean paste operation. This is an 18,000 square meter factory site. They're obviously in different stages of processing. We've got some white, we've got some brown, but here is the most obvious change. Is we've got very clearly a red one and very clearly a bean one. What's happening here?
It will mix out our broad bean paste.
But as this guy is going along, he's kicking up the flavors that are fermenting really deep underneath and bringing them to the surface. They're fermenting, and what they're doing is they're bringing them daily sunshine every day, and they're controlling the oxygen and humidity such that at night time they get this wonderful dew to keep them moist and keep the flavors alive. Now, as they say, this process is they're gonna stay here for about 3 to 6 months before they're packaged and sold onto the market. Okay, so Amanda has just brought me up to somewhere truly amazing, and all of a sudden I've come out of a door and I feel like I'm in ancient China here. This is clearly very different to the machinery downstairs. Tell me, how many pots of the bean paste are there here?
They all have 4,000 jars.
4,000, no wonder I feel like I'm in a wonderland of fragrant smells right now.
Comparing the traditional production process and the new industrial production process of the bean petal, the traditional bean petal colour is evidently more red and more bright. It's also a bit more salty and light, has a longer and more defined aftertaste. Amanda told me that processing bean peas is very similar to producing wine. The longer they ferment and build their flavour, the more aromatic and valuable they become.
So here we are then at the end of the production line of this wonderful bean paste. We've obviously got a massive production site. We saw how much they're making. Now we come to the packaging process where it gets labelled and is sent across the world. Now it's going to all over the place. We've got Europe, we've got South America, we've got most of Asia, we've got Australasia, we've got absolutely everywhere. 80 countries and regions across the entire world. In Sichuan, in China, we absolutely love this stuff, and I'm so glad to see that across the world, people are loving it just as much. Safe journey. Bye-bye.